they are corrupted and perhaps corrupted beyond repair. Democrats are so shrill. They shriek so loudly with their hatred of Trump, they don't seem to understand what the implications would be of getting what they want. If they really remove this president based on this, based on a phone call that a lot of people heard, and we'll get into this, didn't think was a big deal, and based on a policy dispute that didn't lead to anything, and I mean, what they really believe that we'll just go, that things will return to normal after that? I think that's one of the fundamental fallacies that the left indulges for itself, is that they'll be able to pretend this whole Trump thing never happened, and we're going to go back to a point where the elite media, the libs, the Democrats could just sort of pat people on the heads and say, this is the way the system is. This is the way the system in our government works. And a lot of Republicans, of course, going along with them. There's a lot of machine GOP that needs to be swept away. But then that brings me to the storyline today, the one thing they're trying to get everybody to believe or to hear so many times, that it will influence and affect their judgment and that it will change minds about the President of the United States. Did everybody know, Mulvaney and Pompeo and, well, at least everybody in Trump's inner circle, because we had a lot of testimony yesterday from senior NSC guys. I will say Volker and this other guy, Morrison, they're square away dudes. They kind of remind me of some of the individuals that I worked with at the CIA in terms of their demeanor, in terms of their approach to their jobs, in that they were really spot on. They really know their brief. I thought they were impressive under that pressure, and you weren't really aware of what their politics were. I forget the name, but the aide to Pence yesterday, I don't think that she showed up as a... We know who the partisans are, right? We know who the partisans are in this whole process. I mean, Vindman, and I love seeing yesterday, you had on Twitter Rob O'Neill, who's a Fox contributor guy I know a bit, and has never been shy on the Twitter, just saying, all you need to know about Vindman, you found out when he insisted on being called lieutenant colonel. People who serve, they don't flex like that because they don't have to, unless they're trying to prove something, trying to do something a little weird. So I thought that was a noteworthy incident. But we know who the partisans are, and we know who the people are who are just showing up and telling what they know about this. And the fact that Adam Schiff presides over all of this tells you really all you have to know about the legitimacy and the decency and the fairness of the proceeding, which is that there is none. But okay, you're supposed to believe that Mulvaney knew, that Pompeo knew, that everybody knew that the president had drawn a line in the sand about an investigation, getting dirt on his political opponents. That's what they always say, which I would note is a distortion, an intentional distortion of what is even said on the phone call in question. Can you find out about what happened here? I've heard bad things is not the same as manufacture lies about my opponent so that I can feed them to the press. That is what the Democrats did, by the way, with the dossier paid for by the DNC, using foreign sources, running it to the FISA court, corrupting the top of the DOJ and the FBI under Obama. So they already know all about that. They know how to do that. But that's not what happened here. They keep saying, get dirt on your political opponent. Is there dirt? Are they taking it as already established that there must be? So the only reason you'd ask for dirt is if there is dirt. So I guess the Biden situation in Ukraine is perhaps shadier than they've been willing to admit up to this point. That's an interesting admission that I don't think they intended. They keep saying this, though. Oh, get dirt on the opponent. There's nothing wrong. And I will not veer from this. Nothing will change my mind about this because it's so obvious when you think about it. There's nothing wrong with requesting a look from a foreign counterpart at what happened in the 2016 election. There are active DOJ investigations right now about that matter. The Democrats, all they could talk about for over 2 years was that, but they were in control of that and they knew it. They had Weissman, their little attack guy, going after Trump with all of his little Democrats. So they were fine with investigations then. But now the shoe is on the other foot. Now the other side maybe gets to take a look under the hood and see what's going on.